now I think I've talked too much about all the self-doubt stuff. So, because I've recently shifted so many gears, and I finally allowed myself to really be excited. I really stoked for the changes that might happen. Not a little freaked out about some of the other ones, right? But as everyone tends to talk about within communities of folks who've medically transitioned, you can't pick and choose which things you get, right? And I'm okay with that. I'm excited for my voice to lower. I wasn't always excited for that. I thought for a long time I liked my raspy voice, that I felt good about that. But more and more, I am excited about my voice dropping. I've even been able to speak at a lower register if I think about it. I don't know if that was noticeable, but sometimes I talk up here, or like there, like, hi, I'm Nat. Hi, I'm Nash. That kind of raspy, which I kind of like. And sometimes, like, I feel like if I answer the phone, I go up high, and I think that's like that socialization of like that's like what is kind, like a kind voice. If you go up, like, hi, how you doing? Like if I, and I've been working on not doing that and still sounding kind, and like approachable, because I like that about myself. I like being approachable. So realizing I can be like, hi, my name is Nash. Like, hello, this is Nash. Instead of like, hello, this is Nash, right? And so I've been practicing some voice stuff in that way, which I think will help when my voice lowers. Yeah, I said when. I'm excited about my body. I think all of my self-doubts are around being positioned within a society, being situated within like social systems, and none of my anxiety is based in body changes, because that's what's the driving force. This is like why I need this. I can't stand being in this body anymore. I can't fucking stand it. Pardon my language. And I'm really excited. I'm excited for my jaw to be less squishy. I do a lot of this in the mirror. I've been clenching my jaw. You can't see it, but there's like this line only on this side for whatever reason that's been forming, because I've been clenching my jaw a lot, kind of getting these muscles to tone up a little bit. It's always really bothered me, this kind of chubby, round jawline of mine, that I hope will at least, firm up a little bit. I know that a lot of people's jaw kind of gets wider, but whether that's not necessarily what I want. I wouldn't mind if it did, but I just want it to like have a little more shape, like maybe something here. I don't know. Excited about my hips, kind of my fat redistribution. That's the number one thing, and I know not everybody gets that a lot. So if I could pick and choose, that would be the number one thing I would choose, and I hope that happens for me, because I know some folks who that never really happened for them, but they worked out a lot, and while I'm not, I should exercise a lot more than I do. I haven't really put a lot of, hi Jackson, this is Jackson. That's my dog. Hi. He's a little guy. He's a puppy. He's like almost a year old. Next month. Yeah. I've always known I've wanted top surgery. That's not something I've ever had a doubt about in my entire life. Well, not my entire life. In the last like 4 years, I've known I've needed that. And nothing about that scares me. Nothing. I'm not doubtful at all about that. I've been binding for quite a few years, and it sucks. And I feel really uncomfortable about all that. And I'm really excited to not have to do that anymore. I've got the money for it, saved up from working and saving for a long time. And yeah, just kind of looking forward to doing that. It's kind of feeling like I still need to make some moves in that arena to like actually make that a reality, but it's gonna happen. I can't wait. It'll be good. My hips, my legs, can't stand them. I'm really hoping that changes. Facial hair would be cool. I was kind of embarrassed the other day. I took some, what's it called? I have it right here, spirit gum, and it's like what actors use to put on stuff like it's like facial glue. It's like glue that doesn't bother your face. It's like sensitive, and I put that along my chin, and I would cut my hair, and I took the hair that I cut off and I chopped it up really fine, and I made myself a little beard. Just because I feel like I've been searching for what I will look like. I've been searching so much. Sometimes I'm in the car, and especially in the evening, if I look into my rearview mirror, because of the light, I guess, from the windows and things, there's like a shadow on my upper lip that really looks a lot like a mustache, and there's a shadow down here that kind of looks like sideburns. And I sit there and I stare and I kind of squint my eyes and blur, and I feel like I can see myself. I can see myself, and it's probably not even close to what I'll look like, but it's really helpful to just see this like person with facial hair and like more like shadowed face, and it's just helpful to see that, and to be able to think what I might look like. And so because that's so helpful, I decided I would try to I'd give myself like a 5 o'clock shadow. Now I know that that's not what, I might not ever get facial hair, especially that thick. I know none of the guys in my family have facial hair that thick, but just to be able to visualize, and like I feel like I do a good job of blurring my eyes and like also changing other things that aren't changed now. And I like what I saw. I really liked it. I showed it to my partner, even though I did it when I was home alone, because it's like a lot of internal embarrassment and I don't know, bullshit, a bunch of like anxiety bullshit. But no one was home, and so I like snuck into my bathroom and I did it up, and I took a bunch of selfies, and my partner came home, and I really wanted to fill her in on it. I just wanted to tell her because it was a cool experience, and I don't know, she said something that was like, she's wonderful, first of all. My partner is really wonderful, and has been my number one cheerleader through this entire self-reflective process. But she said something that like, wasn't offensive at all, or like shouldn't have made me upset at all. But I think I was in such a state of like vulnerability, like extreme vulnerability, like anything could have been said, anything at all, and I probably would have cried. And she said something like, well, that's not really what you would look like. I think probably just reality checking me, like, that's not what you're going to look like. Or, like, you might not ever have a beard. I think that's what she said. That's, like, you probably will never have a beard like that, and that's not really what you would look like. And I just, like, broke down. And she felt awful. And I felt bad for making her feel bad, but, like, I was just, like, so tense that all it took was just, like, I don't know, it's just, like, the straw that broke the camel's back, right? Just like that last little leaf that fluttered down and the whole pile collapsed. I don't know, I went to this group last night, and this guy was talking about going home, and I've been really nervous about going home and talking about all this stuff with my folks, and he just said that like he made this shift this year for Thanksgiving, where he went in with confidence that if he's uncomfortable, they're going to be uncomfortable, or if he's kind of catering to their bullshit and their judgments and their biases, that he's not being himself, and he's not confident in himself, and that's going to show that attitude is really projected on other people. Pardon me, burp. That confidence is really projected on other people, and I realized that while I'm getting better at that, I still have a lot of ways to go, and that's going to be really helpful if I can really have that confidence going forward. That if I'm embarrassed because I think other people are embarrassed, or if I'm embarrassed because I think other people are freaked out, then they are going to be freaked out, right? I have to go in. I don't know. I was thinking about talking to my parents and how nerve-wracking that is. And then I thought about it because I don't know. I kind of think of it in like this like dark room and we're all sad and everyone's freaking out. And then I rethought about it as if I'm just like smiling, kicking it. I'm like, it's going to be fun. Trust me, it's going to be fun. I know this is a lot to process, but I'm really excited. And it's going to make me really happy. And like, just thinking about myself smiling while saying this to my parents instead of like, was like a huge shift. I know that it'll do a lot for them if I'm smiling while I'm telling them this. If they can see that I'm happy, if they can see that I'm sure and that I'm confident and that I've done a lot of thinking and that if I can give them resources and but I'm smiling, I think that's going to give them a lot of peace, or at least some confidence to move them through what's going to be a really long process of maybe attempting to understand me someday. Well, I've been talking for almost 30 minutes. I'll cut this down so it's not 30 minutes. But, yeah. This is my voice pre-tea, and this is what I look like. I'm in my jammies. Yes. That's so unnatural for me to do. Yeah. Pretty much no hair. Cankles, but no hair. All right. Signing off then. Ciao.